Hey
Hey,
Kelly, how are you?
I'm good. Will, how are you? Thanks.
Good. Nice to meet you and congrats on One Fast Move.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Nice to meet you as well.
Yeah. Yeah, it was great. I mean, it was wonderful performances. It's, inspiring and yeah, I mean just a lot of great parts and KJ Appa, who I'm such a fan of, I've met,
Mhm.
I spoke to him recently and I was curious, as director, what was it like working with him and maybe could you talk about like what you saw in the actor that made you, confident that he would pull off well so wonderfully from the get-go.
Absolutely. First, thank you for watching the film and for the kind words. KJ, I can't say enough about KJ Appa. I'm sure you're the same. He, first of all, is just a wonderful human being, just a humble, gracious, passionate human being. Um, I was so blessed to have him on this. KJ came on a year before we started shooting. He read the script and he was right in the middle of, I think, the sixth season of Riverdale. And we were trying to find a time to shoot it, but it took a year to get this made. And he was calling me almost every day to had ideas about the script and asking me about the character and about certain subtleties in the script. And this is a year before we were shooting while he was working. So his passion and commitment to me is unparalleled that I've seen. And I also, the thing about KJ is he has this sort of very tough kind of masculine presence, but also this feminine side to him, these subtle emotional sensitivities to him, and I really love that balance for this particular character because I wanted him to feel like he had an armor, but also underneath there was something else going on that he wasn't letting out, and for me, KJ just had that perfect balance. Aside from being just a wonderful actor and very committed, I can go on and on. I love him.
Yeah, yeah, of course. Yeah, and
Yeah,
yeah, well done. It was a great end result, and that's always
thank
nice
you.
to hear. And yeah, it was great speaking with him about this movie. And
Oh, you got to speak with him about it.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, good.
You always forget he doesn't have an American accent, and he just pulls it off so flawlessly.
Oh yeah, I know when he showed up in Atlanta, he had done all his preparation. He never looked at the script once, and then he had this like subtle Southern thing that he decided to do, and you would never know that he was from New Zealand, which is a totally different accent. Yeah, very talented.
Yeah, power to him.
Yeah.
That's great. And as director of this movie, there are a lot of sports redemption movies out there. This is a wonderful addition to the genre, and I was curious, did you find yourself inspired or influenced by any throwback classics, whether in the sports realm or just movies in general?
Oh, absolutely. I'm a sports film fanatic.
Yeah, me too.
Um, yeah, absolutely. I mean, from movies that are like Remember the Titans that are like just make you want to jump out of your seat. But this film to me, David O. Russell's The Fighter, or
Yeah,
Aronofsky's The Wrestler, or even Rocky. These stories that are grounded character dramas. That are set in this specific world in this arena. Um, and this arena, just the stakes are so high in these particular arenas, and I think it's just right for a wonderful storytelling. And so those films were big inspirations to me. The fact that the worlds felt real, that they were in, and they did a lot of work to make that as authentic as they can, but also as a character piece, really just hoping to make it honest and move people, and that was at least our attempt with this particular film. So
yeah, absolutely.
yeah.
And I was curious, have you seen the movie The Bike Riders? Uh,
I have not yet. I have not. Have you seen it?
yeah, it's good. I mean,
Uh,
One Fast Move is great. I was just curious, it's another
mhm.
bike riding movie that came out sort of recently. So I'm curious.
Yeah,
Completely
I've been.
different story, of course, but
Yeah, I heard it's about a motorcycle gang, but it's interesting that there's two motorcycle movies coming out so close together. It's kind of in the air, I guess. And I'm a motorcycle lover and rider myself, so hey, the more the merrier.
yeah, I'm terrified, but they are cool.
Yeah. We got to
Uh,
get you on one. It'll
I
change.
know, I
It'll,
know.
yeah.
And also, I want, I know you've done a lot of acting as well. So, when
Mhm.
you step into the director's chair, do you find, I don't know, like especially a movie like this, do you ever feel, I mean, of course, I imagine that that acting experience helps when you're directing
Mhm.
the actors. And
Yeah.
uh, you ever get tempted to be like, oh, I feel like I could just pull off this little role, or
No,
maybe,
not really. Not really. I got into acting because I wanted to make films. That was kind of my window in. And so for me, I'm so happy behind the camera. And those years of acting, a lot of what I learned from many things is, the environment that you want to set for the actors, and really just being aware of how they're feeling in every given day, and just trying to be hyper aware of that they're having to reveal these things, and it's not easy, and you want to create the environment where they feel safe and trust you to be able to do that. So
oh, yeah.
I hope they felt that way at least.
I'm sure they did. I'm sure they did. And yeah, like I said, it was a wonderful end result, and I can't wait for everyone else to see it. So,
Thank you. I really, really appreciate you watching and for the kind words, man. Thank you.
of course, yeah. And yeah, that's all the time I have, but it was wonderful to meet you, and I hope we can do this on the next one.
I hope so too. So great to meet you as well.